Introduction. Now is a very good time to take an interest in Bitcoin and invest in it. It has been going strong for 10 years and its popularity has soared. In order to make the best returns on Bitcoin investments, you need to understand what it really is and how it works. You also need to know the best way to obtain Bitcoins and the best investment strategies. This training will show you all of this and more. Many people think that Bitcoin is a scam, but it certainly isn't. However, there have been some scams in the cryptocurrency world, and you will find out how to avoid these and stay safe in this training. We have worked hard to ensure that everything in this training is explained in the simplest ways. Bitcoin and the underlying blockchain technology are fairly complex, but you will be able to easily understand by going through this training. Bitcoin started out with a value of 0 and has hit highs of $10,000. It is a valuable commodity, and once you have your Bitcoins, you need to keep them safe. You will learn exactly how to do that. Although Bitcoin is a volatile commodity, it should be possible for you to make a good return on your investment if you follow the advice in this training. While there are no guarantees with any form of investing, the advice provided here has worked well for others in the past. How Bitcoin really works. To be profitable with Bitcoin, you have to know how it really works. So in this video, we will explain everything that is involved, including the underlying technology, which is blockchain. We're not going to go into a lot of technical detail about blockchain, so don't worry. But you do need to understand the principles of it. You connect to the blockchain community using a computer network. This network has Bitcoin ledgers using blockchain. All Bitcoin transactions are compiled into blocks, and then these blocks connect in a chain-like formation. This is where the name blockchain comes from. The Bitcoin process. If you want to make a Bitcoin transaction, then you will use your wallet to send out a request to all of the nodes, computers on the entire Bitcoin network. The nodes use special algorithms, a set of rules and calculations, which validate the Bitcoin transaction. Your Bitcoin transaction has to be verified and confirmed, and after this, it is combined with some other transactions to make a new data block and eventually a blockchain. All new blocks are added to the end of the blockchain. At this stage, the transaction is final and immutable. It usually takes between 10 minutes and 45 minutes to process a Bitcoin transaction. A Bitcoin transaction never happens immediately. There could be no changes to the transaction once it is finalized. The receiver of your Bitcoin transaction then sees this in their wallet. Bitcoin miners are essential. We have mentioned Bitcoin miners a couple of times in this training, and actually these people are very important. Why? Well, they are the keepers of the Bitcoin ledgers. If you think of a gold miner working tirelessly to find gold, Bitcoin miners are doing the same thing, trying to find scarce Bitcoins. The Bitcoin miners verify and confirm all Bitcoin transactions. They really are the lifeblood of the Bitcoin system. Without them, the whole thing would not work. There would be no new blocks created for the blockchain. This is why they are rewarded occasionally with valuable Bitcoins. If blocks are not added to the blockchain, then no Bitcoin transactions will be finalized. This means that not only will Bitcoin payments fail to be sent and received, but there will be no new Bitcoins created. Bitcoin miners know that there are only a limited number of Bitcoins available, and as time passes, they will all be competing for a dwindling number. They just leave their Bitcoin mining computers running 24 hours a day to keep verifying and confirming transactions and trying to earn those elusive Bitcoins. No trust required. The design of Bitcoin and the underlying blockchain technology is such that no trust is required. It uses heavy encryption techniques to keep everything safe, hence the name cryptocurrency. There is no need for human trust in the Bitcoin network because it operates on tried and tested computer algorithms. It is virtually impossible to cheat the Bitcoin network because it is a public environment. It would take a ton of computing power to break down all the encryption, even if that were possible. So, it makes more sense to use this kind of power to mine the Bitcoin network instead. Your identity is protected on the Bitcoin network. All of your Bitcoin transactions are verified using a private and public key. You use your private key as your digital signature in your Bitcoin transactions, and network users can verify this by using your public key. Both of these keys are encrypted, so you can only use a public key if the correct private key is used. Public and private keys are very important for you to understand as a cryptocurrency investor. A public key is tied to a public address where you can deposit cryptocurrencies. You can use your public address to broadcast so that you can receive payments from other peers. Your private key is not for sharing with anyone, as it is essentially the password to protect your funds. This private key links to your public key for added security. Your private key is how your balance is determined through the Bitcoin network. The public and private key system has two major advantages. 1, it is virtually impossible for cyber criminals to steal your identity and make fraudulent transactions. 2, you can be completely anonymous on the Bitcoin network if that is useful for you. So now you know how Bitcoin really works. In the next video, we will look at the various ways that you can acquire Bitcoins. Getting ready for Bitcoin trading. We hope that we have convinced you in this training that Bitcoin investing can make you a lot of money. You may have heard how others have purchased Bitcoins in the past and ended up selling them for a huge profit. It is possible, and there's no reason why you can't do this too. There are certainly experienced Bitcoin traders out there that make a lot of money from their trades. They may not be successful with every trade, but overall, they make consistent profits. The thing is that trading Bitcoin successfully is not an easy thing to do. You really have to be prepared. It is not impossible for someone just starting out with Bitcoin to be successful, but you have to be financially and mentally ready for this. Bitcoin trading is all about high risk and high reward. The key to success is to buy at low prices and then sell at higher prices. While this is obvious, it is not that easy to do. A lot of newcomers to Bitcoin trading end up panicking when they are making trades. After all, they are dealing with digital currency that is worth thousands of dollars. Panic levels will rise even more if you are using your savings to trade or your pension fund. Strategies for Bitcoin trading. If you are really interested in Bitcoin trading, then the first thing that you need to realize is that you need to use common sense and maintain self-control. Don't go into it thinking that you are going to make a ton of money in a day. If you get too greedy, then you are very likely to fail. Learn and get as much practice as you can. You need to learn everything that you can about Bitcoin trading before you start to do it for real. Knowledge is great, but there is nothing like experiencing how Bitcoin trading works in the real world. To give yourself a good start with Bitcoin trading, sign up with a cryptocurrency exchange that will allow you to use a demo account to experience how things work in the real world. You will see real-time prices for Bitcoin, and it will help you to get used to the Bitcoin trading interface. You need a trading plan. Successful Bitcoin trading relies on having a good strategy in place. Sure, you might get lucky with your first few trades, but sooner or later your luck will run out, and this can be very expensive. One of the biggest mistakes that newcomers to Bitcoin trading make is that they follow the news, see that a lot of other people are making Bitcoin trades, and this compels them to do the same thing. Experienced traders like this because it will force the Bitcoin price up and they can profit from previous purchases. Don't follow trends blindly. Create a plan that defines the price that you should purchase Bitcoins for and the price that you should sell them at to realize the profit that you want. If you stick to a plan like this, then you will significantly reduce the risk of panicking if you suddenly see prices fall. Practice with small amounts. When you are starting out with Bitcoin trading, only invest small amounts with trades. This is all part of your learning curve in early training. No matter how good an opportunity seems, resist the temptation to go all in. Use your demo account to perform a lot of trades before you start spending real money. If you clean out your demo account, then this is not a big deal, but losing all of your real money is completely devastating. Keep your emotions in check. The thought of losing money can be really alarming to you. We have told you many times in this training that Bitcoin is volatile, and in one day the price can go down by a significant amount. The good thing is that the price can rise significantly in no time at all as well. You must keep your emotions in check if you want to be successful with Bitcoin trading. Thinking logically will always be the best strategy. Never let your emotions determine which Bitcoin trades you should or shouldn't make. It is understandable that you will be excited about the opportunities that Bitcoin trading offers, but we strongly recommend that you take this a step at a time and learn everything that you can about trading. Use a few demo accounts to practice with before you start investing real money. The more accustomed you are with the trading environment, the better. If you make mistakes with your demo account, work out what went wrong and avoid the same mistake in the future. Avoid Bitcoin and cryptocurrency scams. Although Bitcoin is certainly not a scam, there are plenty of people out there that will try and scam you out of your precious Bitcoins. Like any other high-value commodity, some people will do everything that they can to get their hands on Bitcoins. So, in this video, we will look at some of the most common scams that you need to avoid. Bitcoin exchanges that are fake. We would always recommend that you use a cryptocurrency exchange that has an established reputation and have been operating for a few years. In this training, we have told you about Coinbase, Kraken, Poloniex, and Bittrex. There are others too, such as CEX.io, Bitstamp.net, and Changely.com. There are so many cryptocurrency exchanges available today that it will be impossible for us to vouch for any of them. You need to conduct your own due diligence here and find out the history and look for reviews from users. If you see an exchange offering rates that are just too good to be true, then be very suspicious. Unfortunately, there are fake exchanges that look like the real thing, and then when you try to trade with them, they will steal your Bitcoins and you will never see them again. These fake exchanges prey on newcomers to the Bitcoin space. They offer the opportunity to purchase Bitcoins for up to 20% lower than you would see on reputable sites like Coinbase. Unfortunately, some new people fall for this scam. You know better now. Another sign of a fake exchange is where they offer to purchase your Bitcoins from you at a higher than average price and then send you the amount in US dollars to your PayPal account. This will never happen and they will just steal your Bitcoins. Phishing scams. These are performed using email. The aim is to get the login details for your online wallet. So you will receive an email from a domain name that looks like Coinbase.com, for example, that is not from the genuine site. It might be from Coinsbase.com, pretending to be Coinbase.com, or they use other tricks. If you fall for this kind of phishing scam and use your Coinbase.com login details to log into the fake website, then the scammers then have your information and can log into your Coinbase account, lock you out of your own account, and steal all your Bitcoins. Malware scams. These are nasty. You'll be asked to click a link in an email or on a website that will download malware on your computer without you knowing it. Usually the malware is a keylogger which will record everything that you type and send this back to the scammers. So if you type in your Coinbase username and password, this will be shared with the thieves. Never click on any links in emails or on websites that you are not 100% sure about. If you notice something being downloaded, then stop it immediately. Ponzi scams. If someone offered you a guaranteed return on your investment, then you would be interested, right? Well, here's the thing. Nobody can offer you this kind of guarantee with cryptocurrencies. There is no such thing as a risk-free investment. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are volatile by their very nature. If someone tells you that they can guarantee a daily 10% return on investment, they are a scammer. A Ponzi scheme pays off the early members with the investments made by new members. It has been going on for years, and so many people fall for new ones. The best way to avoid Ponzi scheme scams is to always bear in mind that if it seems too good to be true, then it probably is. Mining scams. There's a lot of interest in Bitcoin mining. Cloud mining is a concept where you do not have to invest heavily in the necessary high-level computer hardware for Bitcoin mining. Simply join a group and the mining is done for you. Of course, you will need to pay for this privilege. While there are legitimate cloud mining programs, there are a number of scammers as well. Take a good look at the website to see if they have a secure HTTPS domain, and also search for reviews about the company on search engines. We don't recommend that you get into Bitcoin mining when you are starting out. If you do like the idea of cloud mining, then you must do your homework, otherwise you run the risk of scammers taking your money for nothing in return. Conclusion. If you have gone through this training from start to end, you have a strong foundation in Bitcoin and can take this forward to start making sound investments. This is just the start for you. So we urge you to track the trends with Bitcoin and to keep abreast of all new developments with this cryptocurrency. There have been fortunes made through Bitcoin investing and trading, but it is not a get-rich-overnight situation. You need to develop an investment plan and only make investments that you can afford. Initially, we strongly recommend that you approach Bitcoin investing as a long-term investment. With more and more businesses realizing the power of Bitcoin, you will be able to use yours in more places to make purchases in the near future. If you have a business yourself, then we strongly recommend that you provide your customers with the choice of making Bitcoin payments. If you are concerned about the future of Bitcoin, then there's no need for this. It is growing and here to stay. The fact that you can now purchase Bitcoins from ATMs speaks volumes. The blockchain technology that supports Bitcoin is now considered to be the future of online financial transactions and supply chain management. So now, it is over to you. You need to take action and follow the advice in this training. Going through this training will make you smarter. Taking action has the potential to make you richer. Remember to start small and use a reputable cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase.com. Also, get a secure wallet to transfer your Bitcoins and keep them safe. If you see a cryptocurrency offer that's too good to be true, then it probably is. Avoid anything that claims to sell Bitcoins at way below market value or will guarantee returns. This is all a scam. Nobody can double your Bitcoins either, so steer clear of this as well. We hope that you found Bitcoin Breakthrough informative and helpful. Get started today with your Bitcoin investing. We wish you every success on your Bitcoin journey, and remember that you always need to keep learning. The smartest investors are the ones that usually make the highest profits.